Coleman lanterns have been around for decades, and they're still a very reliable and great source of light when you go camping, right? And we just went camping with this one, what, a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was nice.
It was nice. What did we do? We went camping for what, 4 days, 3 nights in the mountains?
Yep.
Nice cool evenings. I mean, you can't really complain, right? We went swimming, splashed in the rivers and the creeks, and we had this Coleman dual fuel lantern, right? So we've had this for, man, what do you think? 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, something like that. A long time. I did a full review on it in the channel. Comes in a nice little case, and this is a dual fuel. Now what I like about this one is you have the taller ones that have the propane canisters on the bottom that screw in, and those are a little bit tall, right? So they're easy to knock over, plus you have to get the canisters. This works with not only camp fuel, but works with gasoline as well, right?
Yep.
And we actually I have yet to dump this out, right? So we leave the fuel in. I use the camp fuel. You can also pick up on Amazon. You can get this on Amazon as well. And we go and just leave the fuel in each summer. And apart from the fact that the fuel, it still works, the big problem is these little mantles. And you can kind of see, look at that. These little mantles are now falling apart. They're gonna do that, right? So when you light the mantles, like we saw, it actually worked for the first couple of nights, right? Yeah. And then finally, they just fell apart. They become brittle, right? So you can actually go to Walmart and get like little 2-packs of them, or you can go on Amazon, and since they're gonna only last a year anyways, get a 20-pack right here. And that's what we're gonna do today, right? We're gonna show them how to replace a couple of these mantles.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yes.
Let's dive in. Step 1 is in fact making sure the lantern is turned off. I usually release all the pressure. When we plan on not using this for a while, you can always go and repressurize it, pump it back up. And there's a little nut up top here, which is probably pretty tight. So just slowly take that off. You can slowly bring the entire lid off. Set that aside, right, dude? Yeah, you follow me along? Coleman's gonna be a professional at this when we're done. Globe, you can get replacements for these. Be careful, you can kind of see just a Coleman globe there. You can even clean them up if you want. Help with some clarity of the lights. Now you can see here, this is the remnants of the old one. Look how brittle this is.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy? So, and that's natural, that's what happens. I've been using these ever since the Scouts and everything. So you can just go and take these off. Even like if there is a wire, if it's not string, sometimes it's a wire, even that wire tends to be brittle. And you can go and just shake this out, and this is just going to disintegrate. So clean this up a little bit and get this ready to go for the next one. So now that we have this all cleaned up, ready to go, we have to begin the prep work and hang these new mantles. So Coleman, let me see the generic mantle that we got off Amazon. So let me show you guys something real quick. So these are generic mantles. They're labeled Coleman / various brands of propane or dual fuel type lanterns. Now look at this. Now we see the regular Coleman official mantles. What is it, number 21s, I think? You get a 4-pack of these online. Same thing, Amazon. Look at the size difference. Now the generic ones will work because they do shrink, but you can see if we've used them in the past, it does leave a little bit of burn marks on there. So if you want to be proper, you can just go with the Coleman number 21s, right?
Yep.
But we tested them both. So these are replacements that are a little more expensive than the generic ones. So really it's going to be up to you. So you have 2 of these in a pack, and all we're gonna do is simply wrap it up. Between the 2 ridges, you have a bottom hanger part, and then the top is kind of like a good reference point on where not to go. And in fact, they make this green to kind of cover the majority of it like that. So it's gonna look nice and neat like that. And you can see it doesn't touch the bottom. And we're simply going to tighten these down. It's a little tricky. It's a little tricky, right, Colton? But just like tying a shoe.
Which I don't know how to do.
We're gonna wrap it up here, tie it up. And Colton's gonna bring me some matches here in a minute. We're gonna show you how to do the prep work. So there you go, like that, hang it nice, make sure the string is above that bottom rib line right there. Yeah, just a couple of ties there. You have another one, thank you, sir. My helper is off screen.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I am. It's the same thing. Tie it up to your best abilities. Tighten it down. Now you just double knot it really is all you need. Then you take your knife, go over here, maybe about a 1/4 inch or so of string on each side. So now, Colton, would you like to do the prep work, or would you like me to?
I would like you.
You would like to try it. You know what we'll even do? We'll put the Coleman logo facing out. Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So up next, get some matches or a lighter. Fuel off. Everything the way it is. Take a match. A little more difficult with those generic ones being so much bigger. And we're simply going to, of course, we lost that one. Lighter could do as well, but a little bit of a narrow spot for a lighter. We're actually going to burn these. The material in these mantles are designed to burn on the exterior, but not burn themselves. We might need a few matches to get this done. See how it's turning white? Bit of a breeze today. This one is how it should look, all nice and white. And that's why they're so fragile, because once you prep them like this, or prime them is really what it's called. Get this fire going. Once you prime them, they're gonna be much more fragile. There you go. Let that whiten up there. Now let the fire go out, let it stop smoking. And then we'll get the globe and everything else on, get it ready. Now that they're nice and primed, a little bit of smoke on the string there. You can see this one did much better. It burned up to the green and stopped. This one burned a little bit more around the green. Simply take your globe, put it all on the spring system on the bottom there. Take your cover, get your bolt in there. Interesting to note, on top of the fact that these last about a year, they also, when we busted it out, Coleman, we lasted about two nights or so until it finally just collapsed.
I think it was one.
Maybe even a night and a half. They actually, even if these are torn or one's torn, it'll still light and eventually it'll just crumble.
Eventually.
Eventually. What do you think? 20 pumps, 30 pumps? Whatever you feel, kinda. I did put some fuel in here. I want to top it off. The fuel, it's very efficient, which is also really good about this one. And again, there'll be links to all this below if you're interested in the lantern, the dual fuel itself, the mantles from Coleman, the generic mantles. So do some pumps there, twist it down, and you'll hear that? Mm-hmm. So what we'll do, now they pressurized it, is take a match, block from the wind a bit. There's the hole right there. A little bit of excess fuel, and you really want to have it off. There you go. So you can see they had some residual fuel in there. And now, check that out.
Yep.
It takes a minute, especially the older fuel that's in here. But it's really nice because now you have this nice lantern, carry it around, and you tuck away your mantles, your extra matches, right in the base here, which is really cool. So that carrying case is very nice, and it's much more compact of a case compared to some of the other propane lanterns where you have to take external fuel tanks with you. So what do you think, Colt? Any last words for the audience? Not too bad. You like the lantern at camp?
Yeah.
Keeps it pretty bright, huh? A lot of bugs, a lot of moths, right? But they don't really get in there. There's only like 1 or 2 holes here to actually get into. I think there's 2 on the bottom, right? And they can't really get on the top very well. So it's not like they have a lot of bugs. Like we've had this hanging in the campsite forever, and the bugs really aren't that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's right there. You can kind of see some holes there from how fragile those mantles are. But again, ours lasts about a year in between uses. So it's just, you know, part of the game for these kind of old Coleman lanterns there. So, hey, thanks so much for watching. Colton, any last questions, comments, concerns? Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions at all, hit them down below. Be happy to answer them. And as always, take care of the ones you love, and we'll see you in the next review.